Two men wake up this morning. Both are alive. Both have a roof over their heads. Both have hands, eyes, a beating heart. From the outside, one of them has almost nothing. A small room. A wooden bowl. A single robe. And the other, he has everything. A mansion. A car collection. Bank accounts with numbers most people will never see in 3 lifetimes. But here is the question that will haunt you for the rest of this video. Which one of them is truly alive? His story is not about money. Let me be clear about that right now. This is not a video telling you that wealth is evil or that ambition is wrong. This is something far more dangerous than that. This is a mirror. And sometimes, when you look into a mirror long enough, you stop recognizing the face staring back at you. Somewhere in this world right now, there is a man sitting in complete silence, watching the sunrise with a stillness in his chest that most human beings will spend their entire lives chasing. And somewhere else, maybe in a penthouse, maybe in a boardroom, maybe lying awake at 3 in the morning, there is another man, surrounded by everything he ever wanted, feeling a hollow, aching emptiness he cannot explain and cannot escape. This video is for anyone who has ever achieved something and still felt like it wasn't enough. This is for anyone who has been running so long, they've forgotten what they were running toward. Let's walk into their worlds. The monk rises before the sun. Not because an alarm forces him. Not because a meeting demands it. He rises because the morning is sacred to him and he knows it. He sits in the stillness of his small room, closes his eyes, and breathes. Just breathes. No phone. No notifications. No voice in his head screaming about deadlines and failures and what someone said about him yesterday. In this single moment of morning quiet, he holds more peace than most people feel in an entire year. He eats simply. He walks slowly. He speaks only when words carry weight. And when he works, whether it's sweeping a floor or tending a garden or teaching, he is completely, fully, totally there. Not half there. Not mentally somewhere else while his hands go through the motions. He is present. And in that presence, he has discovered something the modern world has almost completely forgotten. That life is not something you prepare for. Life is what is happening right now. Now let's visit the other man. He wakes up already exhausted, not from sleep, but from the weight of everything he is trying to hold together. Before his feet even touch the floor, his hand reaches for his phone. Emails. Messages. Numbers. Notifications. His mind is already racing, already calculating, already anxious, already measuring himself against someone richer, faster, more successful. Breakfast is something he eats while staring at a screen. The drive to work is a blur of horns and stress and a low-grade anger that has become so familiar he doesn't even notice it anymore. He buys things to feel something. A new watch. A new car. A bigger office. And for a moment, just a moment, the hunger quiets. The emptiness fills. But then the feeling fades. It always fades. And the hunger returns, louder than before, demanding more, always more. He has built a prison out of his own desires, and decorated it so beautifully that he calls it success. Here is the truth that no one tells you when you're young and hungry and chasing your dreams. Desire is not wrong. Ambition is not evil. But there is a difference, a razor-thin, life-defining difference, between wanting something because it will genuinely fulfill you, and wanting something because you are running from something inside yourself that terrifies you. The greedy man is not evil. That is the tragedy of his story. He is not a villain. He is a wounded child in an expensive suit, still trying to prove something to a world that stopped paying attention years ago. Every deal he closes is a cry for validation. Every possession he accumulates is a wall he builds to keep out the fear. The fear that maybe, just maybe, if he stopped moving, if he sat in silence the way the monk does, the voice inside him would finally speak, and what it would say would break him. So he keeps running. The monk, meanwhile, made a different choice. Not an easy one, let's never romanticize it as easy. At some point in his life, he sat down with the silence. He let it speak. And what he found wasn't terrifying at all. What he found was himself. Stripped of titles. Stripped of possessions. stripped of the performance and the persona and the mask. Just himself. Bare and honest and enough. And the moment he understood he was enough, the hunger stopped. Not because he got everything he wanted, but because he stopped needing things to tell him who he was. There is a concept in ancient philosophy, the idea of sufficiency. The radical, countercultural, quietly revolutionary idea that what you already have is enough. That who you already are is enough. Not as an excuse to stop growing, not as a reason to stop working, but as a foundation. A ground beneath your feet that doesn't shake every time the market drops or someone outperforms you or life doesn't go as planned. The monk lives on that ground every single day. The greedy man has never felt it beneath his feet because he's never stopped running long enough to find it. One evening, something happens. So here we are, at the end of two stories that are really one story. Your story. Because here is the thing no one wants to admit, there is a monk and a greedy man inside every single one of us. There is the part of you that craves stillness, that knows what matters, that has felt, even if only for a brief, brilliant moment, what it feels like to be completely at peace with where you are and who you are. And there is the other part. The hungry, grasping, comparing, restless part that wakes up at night running calculations. The part that scrolls through other people's lives and feels smaller. The part that confuses movement with progress and accumulation with success. The question is not which one exists inside you. The question is, which one are you feeding? Every morning you wake up, you make a choice. Not always consciously, not always dramatically, but a choice nonetheless. To rush or to rest. To consume or to create. To chase or to be. To perform your life or to actually live it. The monk didn't find peace in a monastery. He found it in a decision. The decision to stop measuring his worth by what he had, and start measuring it by who he was becoming, moment by moment, breath by breath, day by quiet day. You don't have to become a monk. You don't have to abandon ambition or give away your possessions or sit in silence for hours. But you absolutely do, have to ask yourself the question the greedy man was too afraid to ask until it was almost too late. What am I running from? And what would happen if I finally, bravely, stopped? Because the life you are looking for, the peace, the meaning, the deep and unshakable sense that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, it is not waiting at the finish line. It never was. It is here. It is now. It is you if you choose it.